Joining me right now is Vikram Pawah, the head of BMW India, and we're right here at the BMW stall where BMW have got around 4 new launches and they're all coming to the market this year. So Vikram, exciting auto expo for you. You've really got some metal to show and metal to give the customers as well. Obviously the one I'm interested in is the Countryman, because you're bringing that back as an assembled product. It's coming back into CKD. So do you see more volumes for Mini, and how's Mini doing as a brand?
Surely. So Mini has established itself as a great premium hatchback small car as a niche one at the moment, and I think people who love that typical go-kart feeling, are trying to attach to that brand, have been coming to our shows and participating with it. So just to give you some numbers, we grew Mini by 17% last year itself, without any new product.
But small base actually.
Small base, true. But again, that's what Mini is all about. It's an iconic brand. People love it that way. So with the Countryman, the aim is here. It's a completely new design, all new Mini Countryman, which has been introduced in the world now. It's on a new platform. Okay, so it's bigger internally, a lot of space. It's a full 5-seater. Okay, it has still the dynamism of a typical Mini, so you can use it as a daily car and you can use it for the weekend expedition as well. So by bringing it as a CKD or as a locally assembled product, we want to bring the prices down so that more and more people can come on to this product. That's the aim behind it.
And so obviously the price is going to be quite competitive. You're launching it sometime in the middle of the year.
That's correct. So it'll be available from June, but the people can start even driving the car within the next 2 weeks at our dealership.
Right. And are you looking at how much you're expecting to grow with the Countryman for the Mini brand?
So I don't ever give numbers, you know that, Thomas, because our strategy is very simple. Any product we launch, we should be growing the segment. So yes, I can promise you this, you will see that small hatchback segment growing phenomenally over the next couple of years with the introduction of this product.
And you're bringing this into CKD, and it's ironic that there's been, I would say, a bit of a tax or more of a penalty in terms of cess and stuff like that in the latest budget on CKD. How do you feel about that? Because I
don't feel good about it at all, Thomas, to be honest, because we thought with the GST introduction, and after all the changes that the government did with the GST in between as well, we thought, okay, maybe the dust has settled. We'll have some stability in the policy now. So this recent flip-flop that has been happening of the policy does impact the consumer sentiment. Because imagine, we just increased our prices in September because of the GST changes, and now come February, we are expected to increase it again based on what the government just announced. But as BMW, we want to deliver value to our customer. We have made sure that we don't pass on this increase immediately to our customers. We give them some insulation so our customers can still buy these cars till end of March. We'll increase prices only from April. So we give that promise to our customer. They can go in today, book the cars at the old prices before the prices go up. But again, my address to the government is always, let's be a little bit long-term oriented on this one. Let's have some stability in the policy, because it's not only us. Even customers take time to purchase car. It's not like buying a toothpaste that you're going into today and picking it up. People come in, they look at cars, they take 3 to 4 months to decide on cars. There needs to be some stability for them as well. And I think that's very important from a customer angle. Let's talk about our Indian public, that they deserve the best in the world, right? And to get the best in the world, they should allow the best products to come into the world.
So it's been about 2 years of, let's say, I wouldn't say an unstable situation, but a lot of volatility in the market. You had demonetization, you had GST, and now you've had the increase in duties or taxes on CKD assembled cars. So obviously this hasn't given you the kind of stability which you wanted for long-term and sustained growth.
Exactly, we could have grown higher. That's for sure. If these volatile environment would have been there, that impacted the consumer confidence. But still, we have our strategy in place. We have product offensive in place, which we are going to still grow the market. That we can do. But we can obviously grow at a faster pace, and people can enjoy these luxury cars even more if the government is stable on the policy framework for a while.
And 2018, a big year for you because you've got 2 key products. You've got the 6GT and the X3. How is this going to kind of drive more sales? I know you're not talking about sales, but what's it going to be doing for the brand? Is it going to give you a lot more confidence to kind of, let's say, increase from where you were last year? You're still number 2 in the market, quite behind Mercedes. So do you have the confidence to really have a substantial jump in volumes?
Sure, I'm very confident that the strategy we put in place last year for the next couple of years, the Power to Lead strategy about growing the market. With this product offensive, we're going to grow the market for sure. And I've been very clear about it. It's not for us being number 1. We want to be leaders in growing the market. And I think we've proven that last year with the 5 Series launch and growing. And you can see after a while, the luxury car market actually grew again. So again, we want to replicate that in 2018. Talking about the SAV, the X3, it has been a phenomenal success for us worldwide. You know that. We created the SAV segment with the X5. X3 was a derivative of it. The new X3 is a completely redesigned car. I think you've driven it and you know how fantastic that car is, either by driving dynamics or even the internal luxury that it offers is fantastic as well. So again, a new value proposition for our customers in that range. So it will come later in this year. That should expand that segment for sure. The 6 GT is clearly a segment creator. That is something in between the 5 and the 7. So somebody who wants to either drive it and have the nimbleness of a 5, you've got that option. Or if you want to be driven, you've got all the rear seat comfort and entertainment, including space, seat adjustments, rear entertainments. Everything is available for you the way you like it. So again, we'll create a segment of people who are looking at a more dynamic product than just being either driven or driving. It has both the option, a little bit more versatile, so surely going to grow the segment as well.
And there are still a lot of gaps or niches in your product range. X2, even M2. Can we see some of these being filled in the coming years? I mean, is that a strategy, or are some of these segments, the volumes too small to even bother about?
So again, when we look at a worldwide portfolio, yes, there are plenty of models that we can bring to India, but when we look at it from a filter of the strategy as to will that grow the segment, then yes, we decide we're going to bring it in. So clearly, the new X3 coming in, the 6 GT coming in, is clearly a thing which shows us that that's going to grow the segment, we'll do it. So yes, we are looking at X2s, we're looking at M2s all the time. When the time is right for the segment to grow, we'll be bringing those in for us.
And is the focus now also going to be a little bit of more investment on CKD, because that's, I know the taxes are, but it still brings down the cost dramatically over the CBU.
So we are actually already locally producing most of our models. You're aware of that. It's a local production with 50% localization content as well, right? So yes, all the models, the 6 GT that is coming in new is going to be locally produced as well. The new X3 is going to be locally produced. Obviously the M car, being a very niche segment, is not something we're going to produce it locally. The M5 will come in as an imported car as well.
Right. Well, an exciting time ahead, a lot of new models from BMW in 2018, and BMW is catching up from where it was in previous years, and is looking at a really strong 2018 ahead. Thanks so much for talking to us.
Thanks, and 2018 is simply unstoppable for us.
Unstoppable. Well, we'll meet again after a year and see how you've lived up to that.
Surely, we will.
To that name.
Great. Thank you, Abbas. Thank you. Thank you.